Now, this is not Fulton County specifically, but it's not Fulton County specific, but it does relate to this Atlanta area because one of these companies that just got raided is in the Atlanta area. Now, but this impacts everybody around the country as we talk about rent prices skyrocketing, right? So the FBI raids corporate landlord and major rent price fixing probe. Did y'all hear about this? This is how dirty things are getting right now, right? It's so dirty that the FBI is having to say, what's going on here? And we are raiding corporate real estate offices now, trying to figure out who's part of it, who's behind it, who knows about it. Rental prices in America are getting out of hand and too unaffordable for people. So now let's go find the culprit. The FBI conducted an unannounced raid on the Atlanta headquarters of Cortland Management on Wednesday, May 22nd, making a significant escalation in the criminal antitrust investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice into allegations of nationwide conspiracy to artificially inflate apartment rents. This is major. I don't think, like, it's kind of going, like, people feel the effects of it, and it's kind of, it's making a lot of people feel uneasy about how much money they pay in rent. But I don't think people realize how serious the government is taking this investigation, right? They really are trying to look at who's doing this, right? The implications of this probe are far-reaching, potentially affecting millions of renters across the United States. At the center of this investigation is RealPage, a software and consulting firm accused of helping orchestrate price fixing among large corporate landlords. RealPage's system, which provides rental price recommendations based on real-time data from landlords, is alleged to be a key tool in manipulating the rental market. The firm's influence covers 70% of multifamily apartment buildings and impacts 16 million units nationwide. Are y'all peeping what I'm saying right now? The firm's influence, their influence covers 70% of multifamily apartment buildings and impacts 16 million units nationwide. That's crazy. The scheme purportedly operated by encouraging landlords to adopt RealPage's pricing recommendations, a practice they follow 80 to 90% of the time. This coordinated approach reduces the availability of rental units, driving up prices. One of the architects of RealPage's system reportedly stated that the aim is to prevent landlords from undervaluing their properties, ensuring consistently higher rents across the board. Oh yeah, they hit. The impact of such practice is particularly evident in Atlanta, of course, because Atlanta is 60% black. And of course, anywhere black people have money at, there's a corporation somewhere looking to take advantage. Let's read. The impact of such practice is particularly evident in Atlanta, where software-driven prices affect 81% of multifamily rental units. Since 2016, rents in the city have surged by 80%, despite rising vacancy rates that would typically result in lower rents. The widespread adoption of RealPage's pricing recommendations by several landlords between 2015 and 2017, followed by RealPage's acquisition of its main rival, lease rent option, in 2017 has given the company unprecedented control over rental prices. Let's read the rest of this here. For renters, the implications of this investigation are significant. If the allegations are proven true, the artificially inflated rents have placed undue financial burden on millions of tenants, with the findings of this probe possibly leading to changes in how rents are set and regulated. Okay. I hope that wasn't like too much too fast, but we had to get to that because that's major. I have been talking to people about these companies and what they have been doing with rental prices and with home prices for years now. I've been trying to warn people, hey, there's something going on. I don't know who's behind it, but I know it's happening. I see it happening because my last house was purchased by Divvy, and I saw what Divvy did in Atlanta. I see what Zillow is doing all over the country. I see what OfferUp is doing what's it called? OfferPad or whatever. You know, I see what these types of companies are doing all over the country. But I did not know that there was a company with an algorithm telling landlords what they should set their rent prices at. That part I didn't know. That's the part I did not know. Right? So Um, I'm very curious to see how this outcome will go, and I don't think that RealPage really has much of a case. If they've been advertising the fact that they've been helping people increase their rent so that landlords will stop undervaluing their properties, how you gonna beat this? It's pretty. That's what's rent. That's price fixing. You know what I'm saying? It's unfair to the people. It does not match the market, and it's ridiculous. Let's see here what we say that was. Uh, yeah. Nita said, "I'm looking into my community now because my rent just went up $500." That's real, man. Look into them, because guess what? If they are, if they have coverage over or influence over 70% of the multifamily units in this whole country, it's essentially almost a guarantee that, especially if you live in a black area, it's a guarantee that the landlord is probably using their service. Now, or if you live in a black or any type of minority area in this country, those are the areas that get hit first, but definitely black communities get hit first. That's why Atlanta is so big with inflation, with home price inflation. You heard what I just read. Prices since 2016 are up 80% in a city that was like historically considered very affordable, right? Yes, Matt, software is at the center of everything now. That's a fact. They are using algorithms to do insidious types of things, and they consider it innovation. But it's really not innovation because you're not innovating anything. You're doing what people who don't care about people do without computer. Anybody could have done that without an algorithm. You're just using tech and pretty much like considering it innovation. You really didn't innovate anything. You're just doing stuff. It's like a lot of other people. So that's the thing with that. Let me see. I had to talk about that though because RealPage, you're not going to get away with this. Okay, you're not getting away with it, man. And I even have. Let me see. RealPage has been getting investigated since March of this year. The Department of Justice has opened a criminal investigation into RealPage and some of the large apartment owners and managers that use the company's pricing software to determine if the Richardson, Texas-based firm is facilitating price fixing. So RealPage is based out of Texas.